why not? Pivoting is always acceptable. It has to, because once it goes through the processes, it finds new pivots for the business. It finds that this vertical is not working, some other vertical is working. So it's a proper business strategy. If you are finding your resources drying up in one stream, the other stream is doing better, you pivot your project and your plan to that particular where funds are coming in. So it's a normal business practice of pivoting. You can always do that. It's a good practice to do, but that should not be another sector going into another sector. Then the entire business project is to be changed. It has to be one financial stream of the same project. If that is working better, you will have to pivot.
Application, we're actually doing waste management through an application. Okay. So we want to make it a fantasy game. We want to fantasize the waste management sector in Jammu and Kashmir, so that it becomes an incentivizing sector for people to participate, and we are at the same time solving a bigger problem.
Great. That can be done, and that should be in fact done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amir. We have Arshad Koya. Arshad, would you like to take the question?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your presentation. As I would like to ask, like in an investor perspective, how will you see a health tech startup by heading to engineering founders? So how will you evaluate that startup? Like, could you go with that investment, or what is your perspective on this?
Interesting question. I had a discussion with an engineer only last week. He is a startup owner and he has a couple of startups, very successful startups actually. He raised 90 lakhs only just a couple of months back. And he had a similar view that you just asked me your question. He said, doctors are doctors till the person is not healthy. If he is healthy, doctor loses his job. But engineers are everywhere. He said, your clothes are designed by an engineer, your table is designed, your phone is designed by an engineer, everything around you, but you don't feel it. Engineers are everywhere. Even health tech means actually built by engineers. Engineers are everywhere. I second his opinion. All equipments used in medicine are actually engineering products. Engineers have an eye over everything. I'm not an engineer and I'm not from any background. I don't have any friends, but I feel this thing that engineers can be everywhere because everything is actually designed by an engineer. It could be of any stream, but he has a scope. Engineers have a very vast perspective of things around them. So I see from an investor's perspective or point of view, he is very much interested if an engineer comes up with any such idea, which may be of any sector, including health tech. It will depend upon the kind of startup that you are talking about. Tech-based would be different if you have something which in an aggregation of kind of a thing, a service sector, it could be different. In our geography here, we are looking at about 10 to 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs, that's all, not beyond it. We have a startup called CredAgro, very important startup, which will be a flagship startup. If it sticks, you will find its name going very high scale up. It's about agriculture in an area where the company is acquiring lands, and the land is an appreciable asset. It's getting it at a premium, which is 3 times lower than the market, than the government rates. So it has a traction immediately after getting that land. The value will actually multiply 3 times. But that is not the USP of that particular startup. It's just a guarantee that your investment is safe. Beyond that, it's about agriculture. It's all about agriculture. Integrated farming is the project. So if we talk about that project, the investment that they are seeking and getting, in fact, is about 18 crores. Imagine, it's about 18 crores. So if you are talking about and giving an average, there's no ballpark figure. It could range from 50 lakhs, 25 lakhs to 18 crores also, because I have a case with me of 18 crores. But if we talk about averages, then it should be about 25 to 50 lakhs, not beyond that. That's where the early stage, or you can say the seed funding, takes place in the tier 2 stage. But in tier 1 stage, it could go much higher. In an app-based, it's a technology-based publishing house, we have one of such kind of a startup. He was not asking for too much of money, but at least 50 lakhs was his ticket size. So 50 lakhs is where we can go, not beyond that. Ours is also growing angel network. We are aggregating our resources together, but we also want in the early stages not go beyond 50 lakhs. That's where we can actually address and have satisfaction level. Beyond that, we may go after a year or so once we have grown to a stage. But at present, we have the capacity of going up to 50 lakhs, not beyond that. We can take any sector in. We are the only ones actually in the field. We are the only ones. I told you in the beginning that we have the second angel network is in Chandigarh. Till Chandigarh geography, we are the only ones. So where else would a startup go other than the Kashmir Angel Network if it belongs to a sector which we are not interested in? We are interested in every sector. And then we are actually tying up with other institutions and other investors across country. So we have one, you might have heard about his Professor Sunil Khanda Sahab is from IIM Ahmedabad. We have him as one of the mentors and investors. He's interested. He tells us he's interested in every startup. You come up with a very good startup which has a growth trajectory visible, he can invest. So we are not looking at any specific sector. We are looking at all the sectors, every kind of a startup. Only condition is that it should be technically a startup where growth is visible and there is a disruptive idea involved. Now you said the second question is about the registration date and the actual operations. It is a negative factor if we see that you have delayed. Now look, the idea is something novel. It's about novelty of the idea. You struck upon an idea in 2019. There could be a case that from 19 to 21, many other people would have thought the same thing. They might come up with the idea, same idea, and then turn it into a reality. Now you are giving field to your competitors. Your delay is a loss to yourself. If an idea strikes you, you should not waste time in turning into a reality and developing it. So if you are delaying it at your own peril. But now you should be happy if there is no competitor who has come up during this gap. You have left this huge gap in between. You should see if there are any competitors, then you will have to pivot your idea. Pivoting is important because if somebody is doing the same thing, then you are behind him because he has taken a lead. He must have already raised funds. He must have created an MVP that will go against you. First, you have to find out from the market if you're behind or you are still leading the market. If you are still leading the market, then investor will still be interested in you as if it is a new startup, new idea. That is what you should find out.